Hello everybody, hope you're doing well and welcome back to this new video. And today's topic of discussion will be acne. So I want to talk first about my experience, and then some other things like medication and products I use and things that I do or did that maybe helped and made worse the situation. So my experience, I started with having acne when I was in I think it's high school for Americans, right? It's like the last mandatory school you have to visit. In Switzerland, it's 4 years long. I started when I was 12 and I got out when I was 16. And it was at that time, I think like when I was 13 or maybe 12 already, I started having pretty bad acne. And for me, it was always on the cheeks, a little bit on the forehead, but mostly on the cheeks right at first. And then as time passed, also maybe started having a little bit on my neck and also on my body, where it's primarily now it's more on my body. I don't know why it always changes, but it has never been only exclusively to one place. So I wanted to talk about this because I feel like it's not talked enough, at least not in the right way, because it's always like either people who had it and they're like, oh right, I just did this one thing and then it disappeared, like I started using this expensive cream that it just so happened that I sell it and it costs like $100, and it lasts you like for a week. Or other people who swear by like leaky gut syndrome, and they resolved their acne by just clearing up their gut or using medication or whatnot, or diet and what else. Like, there are so many things that can cause acne, and it can be pretty overwhelming to figure it out and to combat it, especially when you're young and you have many other problems in your life, right? You're like figuring out who you are, what you like, and everything, like friends, love. I mean, there's just so much things that you're still learning and taking in, right? And you also have to figure out what is the best things you can do to have a clear skin. Like, on the outside it may seem clear, but it can be clear. You can have clear skin and still have acne, right? Like, you can wash your face regularly with products and everything you want, use medication, everything. You can have like smooth skin and it can just be clean, right? But still have acne. And yeah, so I started having acne when I was 12 and now I'm 22, so 10 years later I still have, but as I said, it's more scars that just that I still have from those acne breakouts. Now it's not so much a problem on my face, but more on the body, right? And yes, that's it for my experience. And what I used also to treat it all this time, I used like so many products, especially now in like the last few years, like the last 2 years, I would say. I was really like locked in the sense I want to clear my acne. It's now or never, right? And I tried many things using products. I have a skincare routine. I use what's it called in English? Detergent, not detergent. A product to clean the skin, right? Which you should technically use twice a day, and that one, and a cleanser, right? A cleanser, and then in the morning at least, I put on, after the cleanser, I wash it off, vitamin C serum with salicylic acid. I leave it on, and I put also moisturizer on top of it. And that's it. In the evening, it was the same, but I would switch up the vitamin C with retinol, right? And I saw after a few months that my skin just could not handle the retinol. Didn't matter if I used it every day, once a week, or whatever, once every 2 weeks. It was always bad, right? And I also started to work it up, like one time every week, then 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, blah, blah. But it still wouldn't. My skin just didn't like it, right? Whatever I did, and so I stopped it. And now I'm just using vitamin C on top of my moisturizer and the cleanser to wash the face off first, and then trying to do it only once a day now, at least using the cleanser, and because I feel like it can also be harsh on the skin, right? Maybe if you have you not just have acne, but you have sensitive skin, and now don't quote me on this, but I don't know exactly what it means. I heard that many people think they have sensitive skin, but they don't, or like on the opposite, something like this. It's yes, it's not so easy to say if you have sensitive skin, as far as I know, right? And this is it. And since I started being more self-conscious about my acne these 2 years, I also visited my dermatologist, or the one who became my dermatologist after my first visit, and I got some medication. They were Tretinac, something like this. I don't know if it's the equivalent of Accutane, but from what he said, it's like a pretty strong medication. At least my doctor said, not my dermatologist. But when my doctor found out about this, he said it's pretty strong. Usually you shouldn't be starting with this type of medication as your first one, right? Well, whatever. And since I started using it, I saw that my acne didn't really change, right? Even though when I started using it, I would also start eating more clean, like less sugar, less coffee. I was more conscious also about my sleep, going to sleep earlier, more also the regular time, right? Always the same time every day. Use red sunglasses for the night, like 3 hours before I go to sleep. Also, so the eyes are more relaxed before you go sleep, and all sorts of things, and to optimize my sleep. But like still, the acne didn't change. The only thing that did change though was where my acne grew, and also how long it took to grow. Because if I remember correctly, if let's say I would eat a pizza today, right? I would have 1 or 2 pimples at most the next day already, or 2 days later, but not more than 2 days, right? But now, if I do something like this, it would take up to 3 days or more before I start breaking out, which is strange. It's maybe not related to the medication, maybe it's just in my head because I didn't pay much attention before, right? Like how long it would take for my skin to break out. And also where my breakouts happen now, it's mainly on my body. I don't understand why. It used to be just my face and I would never have on my body, but since I started using medication, it didn't even change. It's like on my face and on my body, but now lately it's less on my face and more on my body. Like my body is worse off. On my back I never have pimples pretty much. It's more like on chest area and on where the stomach is, right? And exactly on my ass, never, thank God. That's like the worst, or one of the worst places where you could have acne pimples. And yeah, that was it. So and dieting also. Yes, of course, if you eat a lot of sugar, processed food, you drink a lot of coffee, and that's mainly it. These things can also make you break out more. And then I read some articles online that if you eat certain foods high in carbohydrates, they can like increase the chance or cause directly like an inflammation in your stomach or something like this. Or if you had to eat too many fats or too many proteins or too many this, too many that, like I don't know. And I tried for maybe some time to like eat less pasta, let's say, right, or something else that has a lot of carbohydrates, because I think on the list was stuff like white rice and normal pasta. And yeah, I tried so many things, but nothing really changed. Like I still break out no matter what I do, and I'm confused to say the least. But I think also an article that I saw, and I heard also from different people, also from my dermatologist and my doctor, they all said that acne can be or is usually primarily a cause from like a hormonal imbalance, which makes sense if I'm only 22 years old. I do sport, I am pretty active, I'm active while I'm working, I'm active when I'm home, right? I go to the gym, I do MMA, I go out on walks, I go cycling, like I'm pretty active. And so you would think my hormones are pretty balanced, right? And also I don't play around like with the steroids or things like this, so I don't do anything to cause any more imbalances, right? And my diet is also on point, like very good. I don't, before I didn't eat a lot of bad food, now more so, because like I have problem gaining weight. I used to eat just 5,000 calories only of good food, and only, and with good food I mean clean food, right? Like rasta pasta, rice, chicken. I eat a lot of chicken, like over half a kilo a day, and a lot of clean food. Now I eat a little bit more, not just a little bit, but sometimes also too much of ice cream. I really like chocolate. It's like I have the soft spot for chocolate, especially dark chocolate. And these cashew nuts here with honey, which are also like a tasty snack. And just to pump up those calories, right? But I have also a problem with stomach, and it's a whole another topic of discussion. Doesn't matter with the acne now. And right, I tried to change up my diet, and I didn't really see a change in my acne. Also, this leaky gut syndrome. When I told my doctor, he was like, "Yeah, this is some pseudoscience bullshit that doesn't add up." And I don't know. I mean, I know there are many articles, many people talk about this, so it could be true, but at the same time, my doctor said it's not. But I mean, he's also just a human, and it's just one person. And last time he went to doctor school was like many years ago, so I don't know. It's hard to say who is in the right here. And yeah, and for sport, this also, as I said, should help balance out the hormones, which like some people I heard sometimes say it. Doing sports or going to the gym, right? Because it increases your testosterone and should also balance out your hormones in general, right? Like it should increase your acne, but at the same time make it less bad. It's confusing, really. Like I don't know if there is anything more confusing than acne, other than women, of course. But acne is like, you can't figure this out, really. So I think my best chance for now is to try to not pay too much attention and just live my life. Like I still wake up tomorrow. Doesn't matter if I have one pimple more or less, right? It's like life's the same. I shouldn't make this too much of a deal, right? And also many people, they don't care really about your acne. Like if you have pimples, it's like, yeah, you have pimples, whatever, but like doesn't mean you're a bad person or you're disgusting or you're this or that. Because like I usually tend to have a better relationship with other people that have acne, and this I think is true for everybody who has acne. Because if you have a certain problem, or rather a certain insecurity, and you know other people have it too, this makes them automatically like more attractive to you, more, yeah, in general. It doesn't have to be like person from the other sex or whoever you're attracted to, but it makes other people more attractive, and like you want to know them more because you share the same problem, right? It's kind of yeah, it's nice. It was better if we didn't have this problem, but here we are. So yeah, and yeah, talking about this, I made a really good friend since I started doing MMA, and he also has, I would say, mild acne. Like he has a lot of scarring on his face, on his cheeks, like I used to have. It was worse than now. And also I don't understand if it gets any better with time, if it's going away or whatnot, because I sadly didn't take a lot of picture of me when I was younger. I was about to say littler. When I was younger, so I'm not sure really if it is going better or not. But yeah, that's it. And about sport, this was everything. And a little tip I can maybe give to other people here, especially to other men, because women already know they can just put on some makeup on their face and nobody even knows that they have acne, right? It just looks everything perfect. For us men, it's more complicated, because of course if you use not acne, if you use makeup, everybody's gonna look at you like you're some strange person. Like how should I put this? You play for the other team, right? You're on the other side. But hey, I don't judge. I mean, I hate it myself. So if I would see some other man who puts makeup on his face to make his acne disappear, at least for the moment, I wouldn't judge really. Especially because what I was about to say is I'm using a moisturizer that is tinted. I think it's the right word, tinted. So it's moisturizer that when you put it on your skin, if you have the right tone, of course, of the moisturizer has the right tone, it blends in with your skin, right? And so you can mask your imperfections, or in this case your acne. Does it really help? No, of course it doesn't resolve any problem other than that you don't seem to have acne for like the time being that you use your moisturizer there, right? And I used to, when I was on vacation, right, I wasn't working, so I would put it on like in the morning. I would go out and I'm like outside doing stuff, right, on holiday all day long. I go home at night, maybe like after even 10 hours, let's say, and it would still be on my face, perfect, looking like I just put it on. So it's really a miracle. And I think you shouldn't be ashamed if you try to do something like this, right? Even if you use makeup, it's you. I mean, hey, it's your life, right? You can do whatever you want. Don't care about what other people say. If it makes you feel better, just do it. Who cares, really? At the end, nobody cares, right? Everybody thinks more like about themselves before they think about you, right? Before they think like, oh, this guy looks like he has makeup or whatever. They think like, oh, how do I look? How does my shirt look? Do I look dumb, or can people see my receding hairline, or do they see my big fucking forehead? But yeah, this is it. I would say it's already a long video. I hate watching videos this long, so I'm going to avoid making videos this long, especially over 20 minutes. But as long as I have something to talk about, I'm talking, right? I'm not trying to waste anybody's time. If you're watching this video, thank you very much, as always. I saw some nice comments on my first video that really made my day when I saw this morning, and yes, it gave me this like a stronger push to just keep going. Let's see where this goes. Maybe it turns out good, maybe bad, but who knows? At least I can say I tried and I put maximum effort in it. So wherever it goes, it goes. Thank you very much. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.